Now streaming on Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yeah.
Everybody. Before we start here on Facebook, just want to introduce everybody to Willie Macc. Everybody here at the Fourth Wall. A Fourth Wall regular who is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And let's see here. We're about to go live. It's fetching the video. There we go. Boom shakalaka. We are. I can't believe I just said boom shakalaka. I regret every bit of that. I'm here, guys, with Willie Macc, a fantastic comic. Here from where you from originally, Willie?
I tell people St. Louis, Arkansas, because I was born in Arkansas.
Oh no shit!
But I lived there for like 3 years, and I was raised in St. Louis.
Okay.
Then I moved out here to California right after high school.
Oh, okay. So you've been out here for. I mean, what part of California did you move here to L.A.? Right.
I moved here to L.A.
No shit.
Yeah,
okay.
Came out here chasing a girl.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
She wanted to be a model. She was a model in St. Louis. Like, she did all the runway shows, blah blah blah. So she's like, I'm going to L.A.
Yeah.
I was like, no, stay here in St. Louis. People from St. Louis do not leave St. Louis.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's St. Louis, Arkansas. So
well, it's not. That's not. I say St. Louis, Arkansas, but no, I'm.
Oh, okay.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, gotcha.
And when she ends up leaving, I'm like, I'm coming with you. Came out here, and quickly she found out that St. Louis modeling is different than LA models.
I was going to ask you. I was like, what are the requirements for a St. Louis model? All the teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, she like when she came out here, like everybody out here was like a size 0. Like if you were a size 2, they was like, "Ooh, you getting big, ain't you?"
No shit.
Yeah, and she was a size 10.
Oh
and,
wow.
Yeah,
so she was like technically in the full plus size category.
She was plus size category, but she didn't want to be considered plus size.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that makes fucking sense. So that was right when you were out of high school. So you're chasing this girl. Then what ended up? Did she go back?
No, she's still out here. She does. She does background sing. She can sing her ass off. She does background singing for like The Voice and like a couple of those reality shows. And
that's great.
I don't know what else she's doing though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So why'd you guys fall out of touch? Like what?
So we're in LA now. The way that I was able to pay for living in California was I went to college out here.
Oh, cool.
And I was approached to be on this BET show called College Hill, which was the BET version of The Real World.
Oh, no shit. Okay, cool.
So we filmed 3 months in the Virgin Islands, and she made me choose before I decided to go to the Virgin Islands. She was like, either me or the show.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, why are you making me choose? She was like, because you're going to have a lot of groupies, and I'm not going to be able to handle that.
That's a good point.
Boop, whoop, whoop, whoop. And so I was like, I'm out. Like, yeah,
okay.
I was sold at groupies.
So how'd the fucking the show go? Did you end up being on it and all that good stuff?
Oh yeah, we had the most popular show on BET for years. Like,
oh shit, I did not know that.
And
that's so cool.
Our season of College Hill was so popular that MTV and VH1 picked up our season.
Oh shit, and like streamed it or played it again on.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So it was amazing. It was 3 months in the Virgin Islands, all expenses paid for.
That sounds fucking badass, dude. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Let you know, there's no virgins in the Virgin Islands.
Not anymore. Not after Willie Macc went.
Yeah, after Willie Macc. And that's how I got the name Willie Macc, yo.
That's fucking great, dude. I did not know that. That's fantastic. So did anything else come from that show? Like, did you get any other work? Or because I know you're SAG, right?
Yeah, I'm SAG.
Nice.
But this was a non-union show.
Oh, okay.
So
reality.
We didn't get paid a penny to be on this. We did
No
16.
shit.
We did 16 episodes. Did a season. We did the reunion shows. We didn't get paid a single penny. So while I was famous, like I was famous. Like I got pictures with like Janet Jackson, and that's not like a picture where it's like, oh, Janet, can I take a picture with you? Like, here's my Janet Jackson story in short. So I was at this party because I was cool with Jermaine Dupri. Okay. And
that's fucking cool.
I'm hanging out with him, and at this time he's dating Janet Jackson. So I see Janet, and I went over there to take a picture with her, and she had like these 5 handlers come out of like nowhere, and they're like, no, she's not taking pictures. She's not taking pictures. She was like, no, that's okay. That's Willie Macc. I'll take a picture with Willie Macc.
No shit. She knew who you were?
She knew who I was.
That's so fucking cool,
I'm going to see if I can pull it up while I'm talking to you.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Also, Christopher Rubio says he loves us, and we are. You guys are so hot. Thank you, Chris.
What's up, Rubio? Hey,
Rubio, one of my favorite people out there.
Hell yeah.
Rubio's fantastic. Also, if you've never seen Rubio do his thing that he does, hilarious stand-up comic, but Chris Rubio, when he gets this little mixing board thing out, Jesus Christ, it's the funniest thing.
I didn't know he mixed until later, later on in life.
I didn't know he did it either. And then I did the show, the house party show with Brett Eby. Shout out Brett Eby. And dude, he destroyed that fucking room, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I did pretty decent as the headliner, but like, I mean, oh my God, man. Like, he fucking murdered. Like, I felt like after he murdered so hard, I was like, oh, well, I shouldn't have been the fucking headliner after that. It was fucking incredible.
I'm doing too much scrolling. I don't feel like scrolling anymore.
No, you can't find it.
Nah, yeah, it's down. It's like way down in my.
Oh, you got lots of celebrity pics.
Yeah, I got a decent amount. I think one of the cooler people that I've met beside Janet Jackson, because that's like the peak,
right?
Is Beyonce.
Oh my God, you met Beyonce?
Yeah, she didn't know my name though.
Fair enough.
I was at
whose name does Beyonce really know, and why would she need to?
She might know Jay-Z's, but I don't know if she even. Oh, here it is. I don't know. I can't really show the viewers.
Yeah, you can.
Show so but I'm gonna show you first. So that's me. That's me and Janet Jackson.
Cornrows in the picture too. It's pretty
let me turn the brightness up so I can try to show the audience. All right, here we go.
Yeah. So get it right there.
Hold on. Yeah.
To make sure we're getting it in view. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Over. Yeah, there it is. Janet Jackson. Oh, that's so fucking cool, man.
Yep, that's my photo with Janet Jackson.
So cool, dude.
That's how I ended up meeting her.
Nice, man. So when did you start to did you start doing stand up shortly after that? Or did it take a while?
I didn't have to. So I started doing a lot because my character on the show I was really a goofy guy.
Okay, so fun, like the funny guy.
Yeah. So I started doing like the Steve Harvey shows, and we started doing a bunch of radio interviews. Yeah. And they're like, "Hey, you're funny on the show. Go ahead, tell us a joke, Willie Macc. Tell us a joke." And I never had a joke.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I wasn't a comedian at this point.
That's hard to believe now because you're always fucking funny. You always have a joke. So.
Hey, thank you. So I wrote my first joke because I knew this question was coming. I'm doing like 3 cities all the time, every day. So my first joke that I wrote that I used on there was, "Hey y'all, I'm still new to LA. Since I've been in LA, I've been shot at 3 times. My place got broken into and my car was stolen. So I finally got that taken care of, and I broke up with that girl." That was
okay. That's pretty good.
That was my first joke I've ever written.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty. So did you tell that on a bunch of shows?
And I told that on every show. They like, hey, Willie, you funny, man. Tell us a joke. I'm like, here we go.
Oh, Chris gives you shit here, and Rubio says Photoshop is a bitch.
Yeah, it is.
Just photoshopping himself.
Dang, Rubio, don't take that from me. Let me have my Janet Miss Jackson if you're nasty.
That's pretty fucking fantastic. Okay, so when did you actually start doing stand up? How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing stand up now. For 9 years, but there was like a 5-year break in between.
Oh really?
Because I started doing it, and I was doing stand up because I know a decent. I like showing pictures because I'm a picture person. So like I started stand up with like Brent Morens, Adam Devine. Ari Shaffir, a lot of comics that are Gerard Carmichael.
Damn.
And BET promised me my own show, so I started getting a little bit big-headed.
Oh,
and from being big-headed like that, I was like, man, I don't need to do stand-up. Y'all trying to get to my level. Well, I was that guy. I'll admit that I was that.
The young hubris, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like Here, hold on. Let me see if I can. So that's me and Neo, the singer. And
that fro is out of control, by the way.
Hey, my fro is beautiful.
That's fucking powerful. Oh, let's zoom in. There it is. Damn.
So I'm like Neo's mom is a Willie Macc fan, which was so cool. So okay, back to stand up. So I because of that, I then end up going. I was dating this chick, And you know, stand up is one of those things where you're out for long hours of the night, and people who are not in this industry do not have no idea what we go through,
dude.
And I hate the questioning of, so what time will you be back?
Oh yeah, so you don't fucking know, man.
I don't know. And not only do you not know what time you'll be back, your night changes so much. Like one night, let's say I plan to be back at 10 o'clock, but I'm hanging out at the Comedy Store. All of a sudden, Dave Chappelle comes through, and you, of course, you're staying for Dave Chappelle. Then on top of that, people are like, hey, Willie, what you doing? Hey, let's go to XYZ. So then you go there. So that 10 o'clock, you end up coming home at 2. And when you're I was dating an insecure person.
Was it still this? Or was it not the model from St. Louis?
No,
right?
not the quote unquote model.
The St. Louis model
from St. Louis. Now this was a different girl who was in the industry. So even to this day, I have a rule where I will not date anyone in the industry. That did not work for me.
You think they fucking know?
Yeah, but she was very insecure. Like she made me promise that I wouldn't do any kissing scenes as an actor.
Oh, how can you promise that, man?
I know, right?
Dude, so most of the time that's fucking mandatory almost. That's crazy.
So because of that, and I was such a relationship first kind of guy. It was I end up being with her, and I said, you know what, I'll put stand up on hold. But I was also doing like commercials and stuff.
Oh, which is great. Yeah.
So I focused on that, and when I did do stand up, it's like at this time I was probably going out maybe 30 times a year, if that.
Oh wow! All right,
yeah,
so you're doing twice a month, if that. Then which is just not enough out here. You know what I mean?
At all.
Not even close. Yeah.
So now I'm in a position where I'm like, or maybe let's say about 4 years ago, I was like, you know what? I don't care. After me and her broke up, I'm like, I'm going in stand up really hard, and so that's kind of where my path is now.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Okay. So when did you guys break up?
Me and her broke up in 2014.
2014. Oh, okay. So yeah, you've had about almost 8 years.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 4 years.
4 years.
Okay, cool, man. So you've been going hard ever since. So what other places do you play out at? I know you do a lot. You're pretty prolific. You kind of.
So when you say play out, you mean where other
do shows and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because I know you had a show incident today. Which is unfortunate.
Oh God!
We don't have to get into that if you don't want to, but
no, we can. The short story of it. I'm at a point, and I don't want to sound like that dude, but I was like, we work hard at what we do. Yeah. And if you're gonna tell me your show starts at 8:45, I'm not sitting here like, okay, 8:45, let's start. Yeah. But now, not only is it almost an hour and a half into when the show is supposed to start, the host and that person hasn't even shown up yet.
Yeah, that's just, we were talking about this outside. That's a disrespect of time, and time is the most important commodity out here.
Yes,
especially for a comic. We live 5 minutes at a time most of the time, especially as an open mic.
Exactly.
Time is the most important fucking thing. So, especially when I got here, shows are pretty hard to fucking come by, and people put on great shows out here. So if you're gonna put on a shit show, then you're gonna lose all fucking respect, man.
Easily. So I won't say a lot, but I'm starting to do the Comedy Store more. I've been hanging out up there. Like usually, I try to do 2 mics a night. Yeah. And then I go to the Comedy Store and hang out either there or whatever. And so because of that, I am getting more shows there at the Comedy Store, but in like the belly room, not like the original in the main room where you eventually want to be. And, yeah. And now I'm at a point where I am starting to travel. So I started hitting up clubs and promoters. Like they have like, for example, I saw somebody, I have a friend in Houston. She has like, she does her shows and she has a hashtag called #Houston Comedy Scene. That's what it says. So I went on that. And then I started adding the people who are doing shows. And I started, after a while, liking photos, commenting. And then I set them up. I'm like, hey, can I be on one of your shows? They're like, we don't pay. I'm like, don't worry about it, because I get to fly for free because my brothers work for the airline.
Oh, nice.
So all I got to do is pay the taxes, which is usually like $40. And I'll get a rental car, and I will sleep in the car instead of getting a hotel. And I'll do these shows because it's all about now respreading my name and my wings and our reach.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and especially if you get any opportunity to do the road, definitely do it. Because I miss so much about Ohio is that how all you could really do to do shows was to do the road. Like you had to go out. You had to go to Indianapolis or down to Kentucky or where the fuck ever. So
Yeah.
I miss being able to do that because here it's such a self-contained element sometimes that sometimes you're in this LA bubble and you forget what it's like to do shows in front of real fucking people or non-industry people. You know what I mean?
That's true. LA is just a showcase city. That's all we are.
Dude, yeah. We are fucking monkeys on display, my friend. We are just
monkeys on
fucking
display.
clapping the fucking tail. It fucking sucks sometimes. But okay, I wanna derail the topic from stand-up because what I really want to talk about, you have a bit. I don't want to fucking burn the bit or anything, but I do want to talk about your prison story, okay? Because I was locked up for 2 days. I can tell my story, but you were locked up for a fucking week.
Yeah.
And his story is far more intense than mine, but at the same fucking time, man. Oh my god. Okay. So if you would, please elaborate on this situation. How you got arrested, the whole fucking deal.
So first, it was a domestic abuse charge, and that's when I like seeing the females' faces on in the audience when I say that, because they're like, "What, you hit women?" It's like, no, I never touched.
You got fucked, right?
Yeah. So my son's mom, who is weird because we're like best friends now, and she put an orange in a sock and hit herself because we had this really bad argument.
Shit. Oh, I didn't know that part of the story. That's nuts.
Well, so this is I've shortened it up for comedy.
Okay.
So
tell the long form. Yeah, we got time.
We got time.
Yeah.
So she hit herself and she beat on herself and she was like screaming out, "He's hitting me! He's hitting me!" And I'm looking like,
shit.
What is happening? So this lady calls the cops and said, "This guy's hitting this woman," and they end up arresting me. And she agreed to it. Like, yeah, he hit me. Look, here's the bruises. And it's like, it's obviously look like little round circles. Like she didn't even use like navel oranges. She used like those cutie oranges. Like, what you think I did? Hit her with my dick?
That's like a military sock party. Like she's just beating the fucking piss out of herself. That's fucking crazy.
So I got locked up. And while I was locked up, I had to play gay. I accidentally had to play gay, though, because
tell them how that happened.
So I'm in jail, and I didn't know what domestic abuse meant. It shit sounded hard to me. It sounded like
I abuse domestically.
I abuse domestically.
Fucking funny. Oh my God.
So I was going around when people was like, "What you in for? Domestic abuse."
If you're actually in for domestic abuse, they get you fucked up.
They get you fucked.
Yeah, because they know you're a fucking wife beater, and
Yeah.
so they will fucking ruin you. Yeah.
So this big, tall, gangbanger looking dude comes up to me. He's like, "What you in here for, cuz?" I was like, "Domestic abuse." He's like, "So you hit women?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't hit women." He's like, "Oh, you hit your man." And that's when it dawned on me what domestic abuse is. I was "Oh, yeah, man, I had to hit my man." He's like, "Yeah, me too." I said, shit. "Oh, shit, this nigga's gay."
So how big was this fucking guy? Because you're a big guy.
He's like 6'5", maybe like 250. Like he was a solid.
Because you were like 6'1", right?
Yeah. Well, at this point, I was probably like 5'11". I haven't even finished growing, but I was
Okay.
But either way,
but 6'5", that's a big motherfucker.
There could be short folks that you can still be intimidated from
That's
because
true.
the way they kill. What you say to me? It's like, man, I didn't even say nothing.
Each other hard. They've been through a bunch of fucked up shit.
So I'm there, and me and this dude end up becoming like good friends. So in this short matter of time, because it's funny because when as I said it on stage, like people think like, "Oh, you only been locked up for a week." Like, dude, a lot can happen in that first day.
That's like when you fucking told me that, and then like it just made me think, because even in 2 days when I was in there, it felt like a really fucking long time. So then I think about people being locked up for a year, even a year. Like when people say like, "Oh, he did 3 years," like 3 fucking years sounds like an eternity, man. And sounds like a whole different lifetime.
And it's jail. So what jail is, what the difference for the people that don't know, or at least in St. Louis, there's jail and then there's prison. Yeah. Jail is where you got arrested, so they put you in this room with people who either have murdered someone or they have unpaid parking tickets.
Yeah, dude, the discrepancy is so small. It's just like, killers or like the guy that was my cellmate was in there because he thought he had 5 years to pay his parking tickets, but he had 4. And so they just picked him up at his house and
Yeah.
did jail. And he's in with me, and I got the shit beat out of me by the cops and stuff. And I'm all bloody and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this guy doesn't think I'm going to fuck him up or anything.
So prison is where after they sort you out, then they send you to your appropriate location.
Right. Whether it's like Supermax or some fucking, or wherever you belong, you know.
And so at this particular time, this guy comes in. He tries to act tough. Like this other dude, his name was Marcus. Now Marcus was tough. He was the gangbanger dude.
Oh, that's the gay gangbanger.
The gay gangbanger.
Gay gangbanger.
Gay banger.
Gay banger. That's so fucking funny.
So he ends up. Those my keys.
Poop keys.
So this other guy comes in. He tries to act tough. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know now. Ain't nothing happening to me tonight. I'll tell you that.
Oh no, that's almost asking for it.
He's asking for it. And Marcus just calmly said, "Okay."
Oh Jesus Christ, it's terrifying.
The most terrifying thing to hear a gangbanger speak softly.
All right.
All right.
A gay banger.
A gay banger.
Go. Okay.
Okay.
That's fucking terrifying. All right.
So later that night, you hear Marcus go over and like tap Johnny on the shoulder, like tap tap. Man, I told you I don't play that, man. Get off me. Hey, stop. What you doing? Hey, leave my pants alone. Hey, dude.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Every time, man.
Marcus starts to fuck Johnny.
Dude.
There's nothing crazier than to hear somebody lose their manhood
That quickly.
Like that was he. I mean, I shortened it up, but Johnny tried to fight it.
And couldn't.
He just.
I love that. Hey man, I don't. Oh, Jesus Christ! Was he like holy fucking shit! Hey. Dude, that's so fucking funny. Okay, so
then while this is happening, Marcus says Willie, and I play sleep like he can't say my name. Willie. Yeah, man, what's up, dude? Hey, you want some of this man ass? He asked me, do I want to fuck Johnny? I'm like, nah, man, I had ass this morning. I'm all assed out. Had a whole
full on this man ass.
Had a whole cup of man ass earlier, right before I came to prison, man.
I'm on a man ass diet.
I'm on a man ass diet.
So fucking. I love the specificity.
It's kind of like paleo, but a little shittier.
It's an incremental fasting that I'm doing with this man ass. I love that he asks you, do you want some of this specifically man ass?
Man ass.
That's fucking bananas. So, okay, then when you said no.
No, yeah, he's like, all right. Like, the way he said all right was like, more for me. Like, yo, this is fresh. Like, untapped man ass, you don't want nothing? kind of gay guy are you, Willie?
You're a terrible gay guy.
You're a terrible one.
Holy shit. Okay,
so that's that. So this is like day 3 now.
That's day 3 that happened.
Yeah. So so me, Marcus, we still talk every once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey man, what's going on over there in Hollywood, man? I'm gonna come out there one day. We can hang out. Nah, man. I'm good.
Okay, so when you were locked up, was this before or after?
This was before College Hill.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah,
so then did he watch you on College Hill?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why he calls me Hollywood now. He's like, hey, what's up, Hollywood? What's up, man?
No shit. Okay.
I love it when people that's not in this industry see stuff like that. When you gonna be on College Hill again? Like, dude, the show has been over 8 years or whatever.
When I go to college again.
Yeah,
like
when people see me, like, I haven't seen you on a commercial. Why don't you go do another commercial? I was like, okay.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and fucking roll on over there.
Why did I think about doing that?
That's another thing, especially to circle back to stand up in a little bit. Like, no one has any fucking idea the horrible shit we have to do. Or especially like a couple people have talked about this on a podcast before, but I think it's important to note, like, dude, the disrespect you get as an open micer, and it's fair. You got to pay your dues and stuff, but like, dude, we don't even just do everything for free. Like, we pay to do everything we have to do.
Yeah.
Or like I was hit up by a girl that runs a show at the Comedy Store, and like she wanted us to bring fucking 10 people for 6 minutes. And I was like, fucking 10 people, 10 paying customers.
So sad.
6 minutes. I'm not gonna put my fucking friends through watching God knows how many comics just to see me for 6 fucking minutes. And that's what we do, though. That's what we put up with.
Yep, I've done only a handful of branch shows because I refuse to do it.
Me too, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, because I've been doing this shit for 9 years. I'm like, I don't want to put my people through that.
Yeah.
Especially living out here, it's like everyone that I would bring is just a close fucking friend. Like that's I don't have a fucking fan base out here.
I even got one as far as I was paying for people's tickets, like when I had those type of things. Like
I've done that before, telling people it's free.
Yeah.
And then just buy their ticket. Yeah.
Like we're now spending more money than we did at an open mic. We could have done like 10.
And because it's a bringer, you're not getting fucking paid anyway. So like you're in a money deficit just to do 10 fucking minutes or something like that.
It's one of these things where we just got to figure out what, like you hear so many of these stories of people, how they make it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be able to tell mine. Like I remember trying to get, so now let's say this is maybe like 3-4 years after College Hill, and I hit BET up because prior to I was going to the BET Awards. They had me hosting stuff.
That's so cool.
Like I'm hanging out with Lil Wayne's and Baby's kids, Birdman's kids, crazy. And so then let's say year 4, I hit BET up. Like, hey man, can I get some tickets? They was like, nah, we can't give you any tickets. And I said, why not? They said, you're not relevant anymore.
Jesus fucking. Isn't that so crazy how quickly your ass gets burned? Like, that's nuts, man.
But that's how this industry is. They will spit you out. Like, if you don't see a comic for so long, you almost forget they did comedy until you see them again. Like,
that's a good point, man.
Where you been at?
I'm sure there's plenty of people in Ohio that just from being out of the scene, it's just like, we forgot you existed. Oh, dude, I did a play for 6 months, so I couldn't do stand up, and then I came back to the scene, and they were like, "Oh, you!" Like literally, like, "Oh, we for 6 months, we forgot I even did any stand up." So you take any breaks, any time, out of sight, out of mind, man. Like that's why I'm actually more impressed with like the people who are ultra celebrities. It's like you almost got to give them credit because it's like that's why they do these crazy tabloid bullshit where they do publicity stunts or they fucking get a DUI or some shit like that. So people keep talking about them. It's as simple as that. And it's fucked up, but that's like the weird game you got to play out here. Just stay in the limelight and all that stuff. But I can't believe you still have to do the fucked up shit that most open micers have to do, even with some sort of credibility.
Well, the thing also is a lot of people don't know I did College Hill. I don't talk about it. Like,
that's fair. I had no idea.
Yeah, so most folks don't even know that I'm this person.
That's why I just invited you on the podcast on the merit of you being one of the funniest people that fucking comes in here. So yeah.
So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of doing this whole rebranding phase of who Willie Macc is, because I don't necessarily want to be seen as a reality star. Like I can probably get more traveling gigs, and if I say I'm Willie Macc, who? The dude from oh snap, this is who you're like. I got DVDs, I got cut out posters of me and stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to burn all that up and start from scratch. So I want people to know me for this person, and because of that, it will open up doors for me later on in the future.
My apologies. And that's true, man. Yeah, and it's almost like I feel like you're probably a different human than you were then, right? And now that you have done stand-up so consistently and so much more than the material that you're writing, I imagine it'd probably be more beneficial to rebrand yourself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It is. I wish I could show both you and the audience this at the same time. Like, here's a sample of like who I was, and people find this kind of funny. I'll talk as I play this.
I'll tell you. Yeah, you have to play it into the microphone so we can hear it.
All right, some video. Where is this? Oh
shit.
Some players have a lie.
That's amazing.
Max got a look. Oh yeah. Vanessa gives me that attention that a man keep. And the charm.
I see a little bit. I just want a little bit of her little boutique.
Willie is really ridiculous. One day's after Vanessa, next day's after
I'm sorry, we can't watch this cut.
I know.
I could be the man that she needs.
I left my wallet at home. I give it right back to you. And all the College Hill is on Tuesday at 10.
Wow, yeah, see it, man. Like I kind of get the demeanor, but at the same time, it's like that is so not you anymore.
That's
in a way.
So not me.
Like that's so like just that's completely fine. My dad's here. What up? This is my dad, Ron Clyburn, by the
Hey,
way.
how's it going,
Willie Macc.
sir? How's it going?
He just found you on IMDb. He's IMDb creeping you right now.
Nice.
Find the video. It's a promo of Willie Macc, guys, online. It's on his Instagram. And what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Willie Macc, WillieMacc is right here.
On his shirt. This man brands incredibly well.
Yes, because people used to spell my name wrong all the time. People would be
I
like
can see that.
M-A-C, M-A-C-K. I even got somebody spell my name M-A-C-Q.
Macc.
Yeah.
Like you're French. Macc. I need the Willie Macc.
So
It's okay. Go check out his Instagram. It's a video of him. It's just like a little like promo reel.
Yeah.
Little thing. It's pretty fascinating because it seems like, just from what I know of you, just a far cry from who you are now.
even when you read the comments, you hear people say stuff like that. They're like, "Who is this guy?"
No shit.
Yeah, it's like I'm still the funny dude, but it's like I'm coming from more of a smarter. I've been humbled.
fair.
A lot in my life. Like, did I show you that I'm missing my teeth?
No.
And it.
No shit. How did you lose your bottom two teeth? There you go. Little bottom teeth action.
So, this is after College Hill now. Oh, this is also This is also part of the reason why I took a break off of stand up.
Yeah.
So I got into a fight with this with my cousin.
Oh shit.
And even though I won the fight because I lost my teeth, all of a sudden I'm the one that loses the fight.
Yeah.
And when he punched me, not only did I lose my bottom 3 teeth, I also got a piece of my jaw broken off.
Fuck.
So I used to talk like this for a little while.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
no good, dude.
So
And your whole thing. I mean, because your voice sounds very similar in the video, but yeah, you got a great voice and stuff like that.
So I had to retrain myself to take this little lisp out because it was so bad, and I was embarrassed by it, and I didn't have the money for dentures.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I kind of just disappeared off the scene for a little bit because I didn't want people like, man, what happened to you? You're supposed to be this person.
Right. Like funny, goofy, and stuff, and
Yeah.
you're good.
Now I'm at a point. I'm talking about like in the past month. I'm starting to talk about this on stage.
Oh no, Shogun. So you're finally willing to talk about it,
This happened in 2011, May 30th, 2011.
No shit. Dude, fucking some things, man. Like there's still certain things I haven't talked about on stage that happened forever ago, but it's just like you got to heal past that shit.
Yeah, it took a while.
Dude, I think that's the ultimate thing about comedy. It's like the moment you can laugh or talk about something is the moment you've beaten it, or at least or have overcome it.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. That's why I get so upset when people are offended by particular jokes, because I'm like, if any joke hurts your feelings, it means it's better than you. Or if any topic hurts your feelings, it does. It means it's better than you, or it still rules you or controls you.
Right.
In the moment you can laugh in the devil's face, you know what I mean? The moment you can fucking look at it and go, or whatever, you beat him. You're better than him. He has no power over you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I like that. I like that you're finally able to fucking talk about that shit.
Here's what I want to do. I haven't done this yet, but it played this out in my head.
Yeah.
I want to go up on stage one day, and I'm going to put down a warm cup. I'm going to put my denture cleaner in. I'm going to take my dentures out, put it inside the cup, and then get to the microphone and be like, blah, 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 blah.
Dude, I think that'd be powerful too, because it's like that's so owning it. So does it fuck up the way you talk when you take them out?
A little bit. You could hear it a little bit.
I imagine it's hard not to. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big part of your fucking
Yeah,
lower jaw.
Yeah. Every time you try to enunciate certain things, like anytime you feel your tongue touch your bottom of your teeth,
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Damn, yeah. So that would just completely lisp up the way you're talking.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. Okay, so I mean, that's a hell of a way to fucking get humble and stuff like that. I mean, but lose the ability to fucking be the person you are.
So that's where that part of the joke. I guess you haven't heard this part.
No.
Is because I was like, sometimes life just sucks. Like I'm tired of hearing all these people to have these motivational quotes of like, hey man, there's always tomorrow. Or it only goes up from here. Like when I lost my teeth, someone tried to find a motivational quote like, sometimes God takes away so he can make room for a blessing. I'm like, he took my teeth to make room for a blessing.
What a dick move.
So,
Yeah.
So then after this happened,
Yeah.
so then the other part of the break of my stand-up career was because the girl that I was dating, I finally break up with her, and I'm able to do stand-up, and I was living with her. So I ended up being homeless. So she was living in L.A., and the only other person I could live with was in Bellflower. Now, for you all that don't,
Bellflower? I don't even know where the fuck Bellflower is.
Bellflower. In order to get to L.A., I had to ride my bike a mile to the train station, take the green line to the blue line to the red line, take another bus. It would take me 3.5, almost 4 hours to get out here, and I was doing that.
Wow, almost every day.
Yeah, almost every day, and that's just so I could either do stand up or try to get to a job interview or whatever it was. But this was the closest. I was sleeping on somebody's floor because I was calling people, hey, can I stay on your couch for a week? Can I stay on your couch for a couple months?
Yeah.
And this person's like, you can stay on my floor. I already have somebody sleeping on my couch.
Dude, that's so real out here, man. That's such a fun.
So real.
Dude, I mean, yeah, because I just stopped being homeless essentially a month and a half ago. You know what I mean? It's like, if you really are in it out here, sometimes you get fucking homeless. Sometimes you just gotta fucking live on people's couches and live in a van and all kinds of fucked up stuff. Man, so how long were you homeless for?
Me and her broke up in let's say 2000, almost 8 months, 9 months.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
So I had 5.
Yeah,
And that's too goddamn much. And even now, I'm living on renting a living room. You know what I mean? Renting a living room couch. So
right. And most of us out here are just like one half of a paycheck away from all of us doing that.
Yeah. Or one bad decision, or one night too long at a bar.
Ooh.
Yep, that's how Doc Willis has got that great bit where he talks about having too much fun or outweighing your like he's me broke. So if he adds even a goldfish to the equation, it's like, we ain't gonna make it. And I love that because it's true, man. Like sometimes, like if I just make one fucking stupid decision, I'm like, well, now I gotta fucking do a bunch of stuff I don't want to do in order to fucking eat.
Yeah,
stuff like that. And that's okay. So you're homeless for 8 months, and what finally fucking got you out of that?
Ooh, so the shorter story is I had a friend that had a job for me in Burbank because I edit, but I edit on this software called Premiere Pro.
Oh yeah,
and so
great stuff.
He's like, come to the interview, editor, blah blah blah. Go to the interview. That's like, we edit on Avid. And I was like, they're like, you know how to edit on Avid, right? I'm like, yeah. This is for Lifetime Movie Networks. And I was like, yeah, I know how to edit on Avid. No. And so I get the job, and I never touched Avid a day in my life. I didn't even know what Avid was.
Yeah, I'm right there.
I'm editing. They're giving me footage, and I am learning to edit off of YouTube. I bought editing books. I have it in my Kindle Editor's Assistant. And like I had my computer right here, and I had my editor's handbook on the side as well. And like, this is what I had to do to survive, all while riding my bike from Bellflower, catching these trains and buses. And I end up saving up enough money. Yeah, the Avid Assistant Editor's Handbook. So because of all of that, I kind of end up getting back on my feet. Yeah. And eventually I booked a series of commercials that kind of finally got me out of my slump. I told myself, next time I get some money, I'm gonna be smarter with it. Yeah. So that's now why you know I invest in real estate, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Really?
I think maybe we had a brief conversation about it, but I don't know too much about it.
So the money that I now made off of commercials, I took back home to St. Louis, and I started buying properties, and I started buying homes. And I've been fixing them up for people to live, and I've been flipping them. And now, starting next month, me and my brother are starting our trucking company.
Oh, nice!
So all the money.
Dude, there's so much money in logistics too. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Amazon Logistics right now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, if you go to Amazon, for y'all who want to know about this too, Amazon.com//logistics. The Amazon is now franchised. This started back in June. They're now franchising because they're like UPS and like DHL and all those other companies. They're not moving fast enough. So
Oh
Amazon,
wow, so they're growing too fast for.
they're growing too fast for
that's
them.
right.
So they're like, look, if you all start getting your own trucks or whatever,
Yeah.
we'll give you our business.
No shit.
And you'll be considered a Amazon franchisee. And
Cool.
so it's $40,000. So I saved up the money, so we're starting that next month.
Oh, that's fucking great, man.
Yeah, man.
So you got that, and you know what? I've always been interested in flipping houses and stuff like that. Like I feel like that's one of those things. If I have a chunk of money and work slowed down or whatever, I would love to. If I had any capital to invest into, because like I love doing that work in general. So like,
So when you say that work, do you mean the investing side, or do you know construction as well?
construction, yeah.
Okay.
Because I love that stuff. Yeah, because I remodeled my own place when I had one back in Ohio. I just love doing stuff like that. So that it's something, if like everything really slowed down, I had the capital, I'd totally get into.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. So next one, what's your trunk company called?
What's Mac Trucks?
Of course.
Of course.
MACC.
MACC.
That's fucking
me and my
great.
brothers all have Mac Boys tatted on our arms.
Oh,
and
nice.
stuff. So
That's fucking really cool. How many brothers do you got, by the way?
I have 4 younger brothers. There's 5 of
Four
us
youngers.
all
Oh, you're the
together.
oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Do they all live in St. Louis?
They all live in St. Louis now. 2 of them were living out here, but they moved back to St. Louis. They like, because I tell people all the time, if you're not trying to be in the entertainment industry or you don't make a bunch of money, there's no reason to be in Los Angeles.
It's really not. If anything, it's more aggravating than it's worth.
It's way more aggravating. I'm looking for I stay in a studio apartment now. Don't have to, but I do. I didn't need to say that. Anyways, so I was looking for just a 1-bedroom, and a 1-bedroom out here costs like $1,400. I was looking at.
Yeah, man.
My brother has a 2-bedroom, 2-story condo, and he only pays $650 for it.
Yeah. Oh, what? Before I left in 2013, I had a 2-bedroom, 2-car garage apartment, $525 a month.
See?
I remember bitching about the rent too.
No, you.
Yeah. And I came out here and I paid $750 for an apartment smaller than this fucking room we're in right now.
This is.
And now, yeah, me and my ex, before we broke up, we had a studio, $1,350.
What?
But it was a big ass studio. I'll give it
Okay.
that. But
Like the
not
size
big-
of fourth wall, big or bigger?
smaller.
Okay.
But I mean, well, yeah, maybe the whole thing was the size of fourth wall, but with a bathroom and shit like that. But the like fourth wall stuff, which is $1,350 right by the arts district was their big fucking selling point. And dude, sometimes they will fucking hand you a pile of shit and be like, "Yeah, but this pile of shit's on Hollywood Boulevard." Even though
Yes.
they will so do that.
Yes,
That's how they
yes,
pitch it to us too,
yes.
because it's like nothing really worked very well at this fucking studio, and it almost kind of shit. It was old as fuck, and they're like, "Yeah, but arts district, right there, Metro, right there." Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
I was looking at off of Crenshaw and Wilshire, and I was just humoring myself because I was like, "There's no way this was gonna cost this much." They built some condos, and I guess they're building the Purple Line over there. Whatever.
Oh yeah, I've heard of the Purple Line coming.
And 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. I go in there to look. I'm like, all right, cool. Love the place. It's beautiful. In my head, I was like, 700,000. I'm like, I can swing that. There's like $1.5 million.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I was like, for what?
like, what are you even buying?
I was like, where is Marcus to come here and fuck some of these folks in the ass when you need him?
That gay banger, man.
I think that gay
I'm glad
banger.
you still got his phone number. My dad wants to know if you're a Cardinals fan.
Oh, of course I'm a Cardinals fan.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, it was so hard to be a Cardinals fan out here in 2016 when they
Oh,
was
Jesus.
playing the Dodgers.
Oh, I can't imagine. Yeah,
I was
because
like,
dude, dude, even I jumped on the Dodgers bandwagon. out
Did
here.
you?
Well, I mean, I'm a Reds fan. We haven't done anything well in a while, unfortunately. So it was like I was like, yeah, cool, fucking. At least I'm living in a place and the team's doing great. But I didn't know you were a Cardinals.
oh
fan.
yeah, I'm a big Cardinal. I got jerseys and shirts. And yeah, man.
Well, yeah, they beat the Dodgers too, right?
Oh yeah, we
Oh, yeah, you
definitely
guys
beat
kicked
it.
their ass. Yeah.
The Cardinals are a legit team. They've
yeah.
always been legit. I'm also a Rams fan. For those that's wanting to know.
Oh, right.
about
Now, but now
football.
they're coming to what?
They're
here.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're
right. Is their stadium built yet?
No, they're playing at USC's the Coliseum.
That's a beautiful Coliseum,
That
too.
is a
USC's
beautiful-
got a hell of a fucking program.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, they're a fucking incredible college team.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that they're sharing. Yeah.
Who do you watch football?
I'm more of a college fan. I love Ohio State just because, from Ohio and stuff like that. And it's also an easy team to love because they actually do well.
Yeah.
Which is makes me sound like such a bandwagon bitch. But you know what? I didn't know people hated Ohio State so much. And it's fair, I guess, because when I moved to Virginia for a little while, I saw a lot of dudes with Ohio State shirts on, and they'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah, you from Ohio?"
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "No, why?" And I'm like, "Why, motherfucker? Got an Ohio State shirt on?" And it's just one of those teams because they were national champs a few times, bandwagon jumping. People,
Yeah. I guess I could see that because personally, I don't watch college football as much. I do watch it. Like, I'm not a Mizzou fan or any of those. I don't like any of Missouri's teams at all. Sorry. Like, I do like Ohio State. I do, and I like Michigan State as well.
Oh, shit, okay.
I know. But I think I like Ohio State really because I just like the way that their shirts and the color scheme is.
Oh, dude, they get scarlet and gray. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
I love it.
It's really cool. Our high school pretty much, we had their same fight song for our high school, and we had their same kind of color scheme, the scarlet and gray.
What sports did you play?
I wrestled mainly. I played a little football, but I was too short. I never did any basketball because I was jealous of how tall everyone was. I was real short in high school.
Okay.
So I wrestled. I loved fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
What did you do? You football and stuff?
I did football. I ran track.
That's right. Well, Joe was telling me. Well, what's your track records and stuff like that?
I ran a 10.9, which it is a fast time, but I was not the fastest at my school. Like we had some people that went to state and then went to college, and I'm talking about 10.3s and 10.2s.
Jesus.
Yeah, we had some beasts at our school, man.
God
I don't know
damn,
what
that's some fucking Olympic level shit.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
We were solid. I sucked at football. I was fast. I was fast, but once I got hit, I fumbled every time. Like,
really? Just good.
I was that dude. Like, I was like, oh god, here you go.
I think maybe it's because I wrestled. Maybe because I was a shorter guy. I was always really good at taking hits and stuff. Maybe it's because I got a big fucking head too. But I knew a lot of guys that were really fast, and every time they try to play football, every time they get hit, they were like, I'm just done. Like they didn't want to do it anymore. That kind of thing.
It took me a while to learn that being hit doesn't hurt that bad. Actually, like,
it's a fair point.
It wasn't until like my senior year when I really got hit and I kind of opened up my eyes. I was like, I'm okay.
Yeah. It's almost the shock of it.
Yeah.
It's like another and even in football, it's like just another grown man fucking slamming his body into you. You'd think that would fucking kill, but like. And sometimes even when you're watching plays at the professional level, watching the NFL, and you see these monsters smashing into each other, and then they just get up like they're fine, and you're just like, how is that man not dead? And it's because really it doesn't hurt as bad as you think,
And even some of these football players, like, we're bigger than some of these football players.
It's a good point.
Like, I was looking at somebody, there's a older comic, Tim McIntyre. His son now plays in the NFL. And he's playing in the NFL as well, but his son is like 6'1" or whatever, and like 175 pounds, and he's a cornerback. I'm like, how are you hitting anybody?
Yeah,
but he's good.
No shit, dude. Maybe it's just it's a density thing. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you're just a hell of an athlete. Your size doesn't matter. Like the person that blows my mind the most, he's from Ohio State, Ezekiel Elliott, who now plays for that mother. Like, we are actually the exact same size.
Really?
6 foot, same weight, whole fucking deal. But he's a running back, and I was a lineman. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference.
Interesting.
Like, he's just one of those dudes that can put, like, because I mean, if I could run as fast as he could, like, it'd be unstoppable. Like, then that's why he's so unstoppable, because he is a monster of a man. If you met him, like, especially just for normal people, but can run so goddamn fast, which is just, it blows my mind. I mean, granted, he's fucking got a 6-pack, and I do not. You know what I mean? We're still the same height, same weight, but he can run. He can carry. Like, there's no way I can carry this body that fast.
Yeah,
absolutely no fucking way.
Some of these linemen are fast now.
That blows my mind. Like, some of those dudes put the fridge to shame. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, these fucking giant dudes. And now, in order to be a lineman, I had a guy who worked with us when Joe sold Joe's Movers. We hired this guy. He came straight from USC, big black kid who was 6'5". 315 pounds, right? He actually got a call on the phone when we were on a job one time from a buddy of his who got drafted from USC to be a Bengals tackle.
Okay.
I didn't want to tell you, right? This kid was fucking enormous. Played 4 years of college ball, and he didn't even kind of make the draft. Like he didn't even come close. And he was one of those kids where like one time we had to take a load of shit to the dump, and like we were just kind of pushing stuff out the back. He with one hand shoved something fucking 10 feet. This kid was a monster.
Yeah.
And dude, he was third string at best.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, as a lineman.
Because I was gonna say something similar to that. Like I was thinking about a couple. I remember the one. Like I've been on the field maybe 3 times in my whole football life.
Yeah.
Even though I played on the team, I was definitely the bench warmer for everyone. And this one time, everybody was hurt, so they told me go in. There was this guy from East St. Louis, and everybody knew about him. He's a big, strong running back dude.
Yeah.
He ran at me. I laid on the ground and tried to lift my leg up and trip him. That was like my,
That was your go-to. Yeah.
he ended up getting, but he was so big. Like the reason I was on the field was because he hurt 2 people that was like 2 strings above me.
Jesus
Then like,
Christ,
all
yeah.
we got left is Willie. So Willie go out there, and he went to college and played 2 years, and didn't make it. But I
Isn't that
thought this dude
fucking
was
nuts?
I thought this dude was so intimidating.
Dude, like, and then you think about the another level. Like, maybe my dad can answer this question. There was a guy that played for Valley View High School in Ohio. It's a suburb of Dayton. Brock Bolin was his name. I think he still plays for the Jaguars. Brock Bolin, he was such a fucking freak when he played in high school. It was basically like their team won national or state or whatever, and basically the game became give Brock Bolin the ball, and then he was a man playing with boys. And then when he got to college, he just fucking upped his game, and he was a man playing with boys.
Yeah.
And then he went on and played. I think he still plays for the Jaguars. I can't quite remember. My dad can probably correct me. Oh, he doesn't play for the Jaguars anymore? But still, it's like, like to have that caliber of skill, like it's even more amazing that a guy like that, like the guy you're talking about, didn't have the caliber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even this dude that I knew, I couldn't imagine this guy not going pro. He's so big and so strong and even quick. I mean, he was a mover at 315 pounds. Like, in order to have the agility to run upstairs and the endurance and all that stuff, like it's hard for me to do sometimes, and he would keep up with me.
Yeah.
And he just didn't have what it took. Oh, he's not playing anymore?
So
That's a shame. But still, yeah, exactly. A guy not playing anymore. I mean, well, he's in his late 30s by now. Oh, but let's see. My dad has some comments here. He says Rams are going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
calling it.
I'm calling it too.
They're pretty incredible this year, right?
Oh, dude, my
haven't
Rams
caught-
are looking beautiful.
Fuck yeah. I got a buddy, Bobby Crooks, back home. Huge Rams fan. Less than 1% of D1 college players make it to the NFL. Isn't that fucking nuts? D1 college
D1.
players. Yeah, because he was D1. Yeah, he played for USC.
Yeah.
I think second string lineman. Or no, he even became first string his senior year. Even a first string D1 lineman, as big as this motherfucker was, not big enough. Not big enough.
And I feel like, I mean, this is going to be a weird transition, but
Oh, go.
something, even with stand-up,
Yeah.
there's a resilience that we have to have as well, because we're in an industry where we will get very little appreciation for a very long time. We're like, just people won't, either people don't come to your shows. Like, I don't know how many flyers I put out, and I may get one person, and that's because I
Right.
paid for them to come. And then it's like, it's crazy because as soon as you get that one on, like, Travis Clyburn gets a TV show, Willie Macc gets
Right.
a TV show, all of a sudden we're selling out theaters.
Yeah. Selling out, 10,000 room fucking places.
Like when you hear some of these comics that make $100,000 a night or for a weekend, or
Yeah.
I have friends now who are making, I mean, not as much, but it's still, guys, beautiful. It's like
Great, yeah.
$10,000 a weekend, and they're booked.
Shit.
I had a friend talking about, man, I got so many checks on my dresser that I haven't even cashed yet. Like
That hurts my whole heart.
dude.
All my money is in my wallet. It's like fucking.
And we're all just waiting for that one yes. And some people
Yeah.
don't stay in it because they're like, this is taking too long. I need
Then that
this.
kills me because I've talked about this a million times on this podcast, but I'm very I'm very lucky to have always known I wanted to do this. And my whole thing is when people say like, set a plan. If it doesn't work out, do something else, or do this, or take this time, whatever, however long it takes. My whole thing is like, I'm in this till I'm fucking dead. Like I don't, and I think that's the mentality you have to have.
Yeah,
it's like, you see dudes like Bill Burr. Bill Burr's enormous now, but how big was he 10 years ago? And really, not even that big.
Right.
And he was still in the game. He was still doing what he was doing. And Louis C.K. even said, like he said, he spent for 16 fucking years just doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe getting a special. I think he did the Young Comedians on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. But then he fucking just changed his game, stuck it out, kept doing what he wanted to fucking do. And that's the thing. That's the it's almost the difference between the fucking dudes who make the NFL as a lineman and the dudes who only play college. It's just like, I see comics out here that are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing dudes who, unfortunately, if they don't have the will to keep going on, you're never going to see them on TV. And it's a fucking shame because they deserve to be.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's what separates the fucking 99% from the 1%.
Yeah.
The dudes that are like, I don't give a flying fuck what happens or how long this takes. I'm in this shit.
And it's also a creator's world now for comics as well. There's so many different avenues. Like back in like the 90s and early 2000s when it was only TV, it was whatever. Now you got Netflix, Hulu. You got even YouTube Red is paying decent money, and they're all looking for content. And a lot of comics are sitting by twiddling their thumbs. And I learned this from College Hill. It was like, because they was like, when BT told me like, yeah, we're gonna give you a show, even though it never happened. It was like, I was like, cool, because I'm just sitting around waiting. And the ones that are getting shows and stuff kind of created those. Like Gerard Carmichael created that show, or you hear Nick Crow with Big Mouth. A lot of people are creating and they have something. So when that time does come, or even they get a little bit of a notoriety, they're coming with something, not just with their hands out.
That's true. Yeah, dude, the future is content creation 100%. I had someone talk to me today. I don't want to get into it in a lot of ways, but it's like one of the things he mentioned was no one wants to do kids shows. And it's like, because of my older brother, he actually told me, he's like, hey, man, kid shows make a lot of money on YouTube. So I wrote one just to fucking fuck around and see what it would be like. Yeah. And now I actually have an opportunity to be like, oh, I got a fucking kid show, and just fucking give it a pitch and see if anybody likes it. But the point is I created something.
Yeah.
Like I didn't sit around, I didn't fuck around. I actually created this, and I had full intention of making it myself. And
kid shows are the way to go.
Dude, it's as long as you can be clean and be silly. And that's another, like, it's an element I don't get to bring to stand-up enough. Is my favorite part of comedy. It's just silly as fuck. Like weird voices, goofy shit like that.
Yeah.
And kids eat that fucking stuff up. But dude, we are fucking almost at 1 hour right now, Willie Macc.
Yeah, man.
It's been a fucking great podcast, my friend. I do appreciate you being on it and doing it.
Thanks for having me.
It was great to learn your fucking origin story, man. That was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to have you back on, man. But yeah, go ahead. Plug anything that you would like to plug.
Check out my Instagram, Facebook. Everything is under Willie Macc, WILLIEMACC. Keep up with my stuff, and hopefully I'll see one of y'all at a show or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Come check this man out. His stand-up is fucking hilarious. I'm really honored to get to see him work on stuff here at Fourth Wall. And again, thank you so much for being here, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, bye, Dad. Yeah, we'll see you guys. As always, I'm Travis Clyburn. This has been the Fourth Wall After Hours podcast. Willie Macc. Take care, you guys. That's not working.